Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone out there. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. Let's go, Josie! Where the hell have you been, Josie? Let's go! Gobble, gobble, everybody! Let's go, let's go! Good morning! I gave you the day off. There's no days off. I was up studying the charts last night for 4 hours. Late, till about 11 p.m. Let's go, let's go! Good morning, SSJ! SSJ, let's go. Good morning, buenos dias. Moody with the fist pump, Zen with the hearts, the believer, Mooney. Let's go, let's go. Are we ready to learn today? It's the special learning edition of the live today. Who's ready to learn? Who's ready to learn out there on this Thanksgiving? We're going to give you some extra gooses today, some extra gobble gobbles, if you know what I'm saying. Some extra gobble gobbles, my traders. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Let's go. Good morning, Mr. Dave. We got 9 more hearts to knock off. Let's go, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Philly Lightning. Good to see you all over there on the YT. Good morning. Are we ready? Let's go. We got to get everybody. We have to get to 100,000 taps today. So let's go. 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 Hammer. That's my boy, my hammer. Yes. Let's go, my beauties. Let's go, my beauties. Happy Thanksgiving, Hadrian Rodriguez. All right, who was green yesterday in the markets? Who was green in the markets? Look at those levels, huh? Whammo! Woo! Oh, it is beautiful, a beautiful day today. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Green Shelly Stringer. Who else was green? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Enki Visions, another VIP here. Mr. Dave with the hearts candy. And Mr. Dave, thank you so much, everybody. Yes, you should be green in the markets. I told you, watch out for that volume this week, didn't I? Right? A lot of things, 1-to-1. You thought it was going to push through more, but no, 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 no. All right, Miss Market, we are up to 682.21. Remember, 70% of all new highs will fail, just like it did. Boom, failed, boom, failed, boom, failed, okay? And always remember, all roads come back to what? What do all roads come back to? Put it in the chat. What do all roads come back to, my beauties? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. They all come back to the 20. You got it. All right, let's do some work. AMD to the moon. All right, so yesterday, AMD long right here to the upside. Boom. As soon as we got up here, got out. One trade yesterday, in and out. I didn't like the way price action was looking at all yesterday, so we did one and done. A beautiful trade there. I got 75 cents per share on that. So that was good for a holiday, a day before a holiday, okay? So what do we know, my beauties? Let me move this back. Okay, let me pull this back. AMD, what did we open yesterday? What kind of state did we open yesterday on AMD? We opened in this neutral state, everybody. Do you see it? So you can get one leg, maybe two legs to the upside with a neutral state. It's not like you're going to get with a narrow state. See this with a narrow state all the way to the moon? You're not going to get that in that neutral state. So as AMD went on throughout the day, as we see our 200 trekking up, what does this mean when we have a 200 MA that's doing this to the upside? What does that mean, traders? We have gone over this a lot in here over the last few weeks, but what does that mean when we have to wait for our 200 to trek to the upside? Put it in the chat. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 over there on the tubes. This means we have to wait for time. We're not going to get good price action to the upside on AMD because now we're waiting for the 200 to catch up to the 20. So this is just going to be a choppy mess. You're going to go sideways a lot. If we pull this back out here, this is just a sideways mess if we put these horizontal lines in. You don't have much of a channel here as we wait. This is where you get chopped up. Who got chopped up yesterday trading options on the SPY, especially around noontime? That is why you were waiting for your 200 to catch up. There are two ways that we go from narrow state to wide state to neutral state, okay? Who knows what those two ways are? How do we go from narrow to wide, back to neutral, back to narrow? How are those two ways? Does anybody know? Put it in the chop. Yeah, put it in the chat. Yes, it was a choppy one on Miss Market yesterday. Price action and time, okay? Price action and time. And I'm going to show you the difference right now on what the hell does this mean. Well, since we had to wait for the 200 to catch up, this is time. So basically, in order to get back to a narrow state, because we were wide here, we have to wait for the 200. You never want to be trading when we're waiting for time to put us back to narrow again, because this is where you're going to go sideways. All consolidation. This is where traders, especially novice traders, get chopped up in the market. So anytime, traders, you see that 200 that's starting to go like this and trend this way, go look for something else because it is going to be a very painful, choppy experience for you in the markets, okay? And then you see we're coming back to this narrow state, but it was all about time that brought us there. So that is why yesterday you guys got chopped up in those markets, all right? Same thing with here on the, what was it, the 25th, because it's a holiday. You got the same thing happen over here going the other direction. See it? We had to wait for the 200 time to come back down this way. That's not what we want. Why? Because you'll get chopped up also right here on the 25th. So on the 25th and yesterday, traders, if you didn't have a good day and you got chopped up a lot in the market, that's because you were waiting for that 200 and time to catch up. And we don't like that. As soon as I see a 200 like that, I'm like, forget it. The party is over. Same thing here on the 24th. All right, we open in this neutral state. Time. And what do we do here? Trend, no action. We have no momentum there. We want momentum in the markets. And this is when price action brings us back. See the difference? We want momentum coming from a wide state. Look at that beauty right there, okay? We trend down and whammo! See how quick we go back from wide to narrow? This is price action that brings us back there. Look at this beautiful price action that we have to get back to a narrow state. If you understand this, because I want to make sure you all get it, if you understand what we're going over right now, Put yes in the chat. Let's go. We got Akira Shelly. Let's go. Shelly Akira. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mr. Dave, Candy, Noheem, we got 3 more hearts left on the board. I didn't even have to pin it yet, my beautiful traders. I didn't even have to pin it yet. Good, everybody, good. So now we know that how we get from wide states to narrow states, and the 2 ways is time or price action. And what do we always want in order to go from wide to narrow? What is it we want? We want price action because that's when we get our best moves and that's when we make our money. All right. So if we look back here, and we're going to scroll back here on AMD, right? We're going to just pick a random date. We'll pick this date right here on, what is it, the 20th? Remember, T-A-P, T-A-P, Candy! So what do we know about AMD here on the 20th? We were in what state as we opened? When we opened up here in position 3, what state were we in on AMD on the 20th? Who can tell me? What state? I want details, traders. I want details. Let's go. We're at 13,000 cheers over there on the tubes. Make sure, Mr. Dave, we're cheering loud and clear over there. We are in a bearish neutral state. Yes, position 3, not 2. So what did the odds tell us here? This is a special Thanksgiving training. We're going to give you a VIP type training here today, like we do every week in the VIP, all right? You're getting a freebie today, and I wanted to do this because I'm thankful for all of you. So today you are getting a special kind of VIP live training in here. To get into the VIP and get this type of training every single week, you will get access to over 70 plus hours of pre-recorded content. We're going to review your trades for you every day. You are going to head over to theVossTrading.com. That is where our VIP is. You have all the long weekend to study and get ready for Monday, okay? The market's open tomorrow, half day. It will close at 1 o'clock, but you will have the 4 days to be trained in our VIP before Monday when all the volume comes back. So we are in position 3 to the upside here on the 20th. We were in a bearish neutral state, my traders. What do we know about position 3 and a bearish neutral state? We're not going long. The state of your stock is bearish, but your position is bullish. What takes precedent, the state or the position? Put it in the chat. What takes precedent, the state or the position? Yes, Mr. Dave and Candy! Why does the state take precedence, everybody? Why does the state take precedence? Put it in the chat. We're going to hammer some roses now, my beauties. Because it's the state of your stock. It's taking your 20 and 200, the overall stock, okay, over the last 200 2-minute candles and the last 20-minute 2-minute candles and giving you your state of your stock here on AMD. So it is bearish at the open, whoa, to the downside because the state always trumps it all. Now, does that mean, traders, now listen, this is very, very, very important, okay? This was our gap up. See it? This, everybody? This was our gap up. I'm going to make this a little thicker for you all. That was our gap up, and that's where we opened. Just because we're in position 3 and we're in a bearish neutral state, does that mean we're going to stay bearish the entire day? Yes or no? Does that mean we're going to stay bearish? Candy is the title gifter of the hearts. Yes. No, it does not mean we're going to stay bearish. Why? Why doesn't it mean we're going to stay bearish? Well, what we're going to do, my beauties, is we're going to cut that right in half, right there. That is our 50% retracement level. This is key. If we stay above the 50% retracement level on that pullback, you are going to look for longs to the upside. If we get under the 50% of that level, we are going to look for shorts to the downside. Now, one thing you must remember, my beautiful traders, we don't care if the market goes up and we don't care if the market goes down. That is irrelevant to us. So there's a lot of traders who are biased, who only trade to the long side because they don't know how to short. Okay? They don't know how to short to the downside. But in our VIP, we have to change all of that for you. You need to trade both sides of the market, everybody. Okay? We need to trade both sides of the market. We don't care which way it goes, up or down. It's irrelevant. We don't care about the news. The news, the news, the news. The more you trade the news, the more we know you will lose. Okay? And that's why you're losing as well. So here's the 50% retracement level. This is key, and you're going to learn all of this in major detail in that VIP. So let's see what this does throughout the day on the 20th. We get under the 50%. Remember? That was our 50%. Whammo! Lights out to the downside. If we stayed above the 50, right here on the 5-minute chart and got an event, then you could take this long, but you never got one. You got the event under the 50 and it was lights out. Does everybody see this right here? Does everybody see this move to the downside? Now, what do we do as the day goes on? Let's say you missed all of this price action. You missed all of this. Well, you're going to do the same thing. You are going to take the biggest move to the downside and you're going to cut that in half. If we get above this 50%, we are going which way? We're going long. If we stay under this 50%, you can look for more shorts here on AMD. You never got back over that 50, so it was lights out again to the downside. Folks, you are getting massive training right now. Share this live out. We have 1,000 shares. Let's get to 10,000 shares. Get the masses in here because they are going to learn how to trade today. Now, let's take Tesla. So your retracement levels are key, everybody. They are absolutely key in your trading. We're just going to go back and pick a random day, all right? Here's our random day. What state and what position do we open here on Tesla? What state and what position did we open on Tesla on the 14th here? Put it in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Yes, it is. JL Hammer 11 Shelly Stringer. We got the roses on the board, everybody. We are in a narrow position 3 to the downside. Narrow and position 3. You are going to learn all about the state of your stock in detail in the VIP, okay? So what do we know? This is our move to the downside. Let's do it. Boom. This is our 50% retracement level. Well, if we come back up and we get an event on the 1, then we can look for some more shorts. If we break over the 50, then we are going to look for more longs to the upside. Now, we also want to get over the granddaddy of them all right here, okay, the 200. Then you will get a good move bouncing off that 200. Let's see what Tesla did in the market. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Whammo! You stayed above the 50%. Now, let's go back the other way. Let's go back the other way. That was our move up. Let me make this a little thicker so all you beautiful traders can see this. All right. There it is. Whammo. There is our 50% now going the other direction. So what do we know? We stay above this 50. We're looking for longs. We come back under that 50, and then we're looking for some shorts, okay? And we stayed above the 50. You're still above the 50% going into the next day. You are still above it. You are looking for longs. So that is how you look at the market. Now, that is one piece of the puzzle. Okay, that is one piece of the puzzle. We know the big factor here, okay, of our retracements when we cut that baby in half. We know that's the big picture. That is to give you the big picture of the market. When we're trading long to the upside, because we're staying above that 50, what is it we must know to make these trades to the upside? Does anybody know? Does anyone know what we need in order to take these trades to the upside? What is it that we need to know, my beauties? Volume, it's irrelevant. Volume is irrelevant unless you're trading penny stocks. All right. And then if you're trading penny stocks, we know you're an amateur. Bullish structure, no. What do we need to know in order to trade above the 50% for longs? The trend is telling you, we know we are going long. What do you need in order to go long? No, you don't buy at the top. You kidding me? Come on, guys. You got to know this. Let's go. You need to know the market cycle. How are you going to trade to the upside or to the downside if you don't know what cycle you're in the market? You're just guessing. The novice would do this. Buying at the top. We're going to the moon. No, you're not. We're going to the moon. Nope. Moon. Nope. Because you don't know what market cycle you're in. Look at this. We're going to the moon. No, we're not. Moon. No, you're not. And that's why you're losing. You don't know where you are in the market cycle, my traders. Look at all those YouTube people. Holy hell. Yes, it is. No one goes to the moon. Nobody. Okay? Uh-oh, we got one. We got one, everybody. Are we ready? Here it is. Here's our Thanksgiving wizard. Hold on tight. We got the wizard of the day. We love you, J Momentum. He's trading the range. The range, everybody. Everyone, I want you to go trade the range on Monday and tomorrow, and your success will come to you, says the wizard. Thank you, my beauties. Thank you, my beauties. Orb. Yeah, Orb. So that was Tesla. Let's do Amazon. Let's pull one back. We're going to pick a random day. Let's go way back there. All right. Let's go. I'm closing my eyes. We'll pick the 12th. Okay? Here is the 12th, my beauties. Whammo! The 12th of Amazon. What state are we in on Amazon on the 12th? What position, what state? Put in the chat. Let's go. Bill Boyle, yes it is. Yes, The Real Don, we offer classes. You are going to head over to our education community. This is real education. This is not some Discord nonsense. You are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. You can click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio, and you can get in there. It is cheap. We keep it cheap because we want to help the average person be able to trade in the markets. And the way we do that is to keep the price cheap. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. All right? So we know now this was our move up. This is an easy one, guys. That was our move to the upside. Let me make this a little thicker for you. Boom. There's your 50%. You are under that 50%. Okay, so you are looking for shorts to the downside. You also have your 200 right here. Remember, before we were looking to the upside with the longs? Coming off that 200, you get big moves as well to the downside. And then it was lights out here on the 12th. All right, now, what are we going to do after that move? Well, we got to look this way. There it is. There it is. So what has to happen? Here is your 50%. Above here, we look for longs. Under here, we look for shorts. How many of you have been doing this as a trader every day in the markets? Make sure we're cheering over there. We are at 35,000. Make sure we're cheering or we go bye-bye. Let's go, my beauties. Yes, if you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Good job, Candy. I'm going to pin Candy in the chat. She's one of our VIP members. She's been with us now almost 2 years. 2 years ago, she never traded a day in her life. Candy, how you doing in the markets, Candy? Have you been green 6 months in a row, Candy? Have you ever had a 6-month green every single month? Put it in the chat. She says, oh, yeah. Candy. Green every month, and she never traded 2 months ago. How do you like them fucking apples, huh? All right, here we go. Let's pull this back. Here we go. Let's see what Amazon does here. Ready? Amazon, we stayed under the 50%. Whammo! To the downside. Let's pick another Amazon to the moon. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one, my beauties. Let's go. Amazon. What position, what state were you in right here on Amazon in November 1st? We are in a narrow state. We are in position 3, my traders. Now, I need everyone to listen. This is important. If we are in a narrow state and we are in position 3, one of two things are going to happen. Number one, you are going to stay up in position 3 and go sideways all day. Okay? Until what? That 200 catches up to the 20. We don't want that. That's why it's going to go sideways, because now we're waiting for what? Time. We want price action. So what we want is violence to the downside. We want violence back this way. If we don't get that violence within the first hour, forget it. Move on to something else. We are going to mark out our 50%. Whammo! There it is. Are we ready? Let's go. T-A-P, T-A-P. Everybody, let's go. TAP Blitz. Let's get to 75,000. Let's go. We got more roses. Here we go, everybody. Let's pull this back. Ready? This is our move up. That's our 50. Okay? Right here, right around 253. Okay, so we stayed above the 50% most of the day. And guess what happened? There it is again. We went sideways. Wah, wah, wah. You are not going to find anything to trade when you have time against you, okay? When you have time against you like that, move on to a different stock. So let's go and recap what we went over. We went over, and write this down, time versus price action, which will determine our state. Time and price action, write that down, okay? What else did we learn so far? The 50% mark. You are going to take your biggest move up and down, cut that baby in half. You stay above the 50, you're going up. Under the 50, you are going down. That will give you your direction. I want everyone to stop doing this, okay? I want you to take all volume, MACD, and RSI now. Open up your charts, everybody. Take all volume, MACD, and RSI right now. That's what an amateur uses. Vega Veg. Yes. Yes. Vega Veg. Take it off. Let's go. Now, let me explain something. You started with RSI. That didn't work. You added MACD. That didn't work. You added volume. That didn't work. So now what are you doing? Now we're drawing trend lines all over the place. Then we got the horizontal lines flying from left to right. We got trend lines coming all over the place. It's time for tic-tac-toe. And that is what your chart looks like. When that doesn't work, we start throwing Bollinger Bands all over the place. If you are a trader, do you have a chart that looks like that? Put me in the chat if you have a chart that looks like that. You know what this shows me? When I see a chart that looks like that, a lot of red. Your equity curve is going down. We're losing money, babies. We are losing money. We don't like to lose money. Let's go. Take them off, everybody. Very good. Hammer those roses. That's the first set. When you become a VIP member with us, those days of having a chart that looks like that are over. Look at me in the eye. Those days are over. Amateur hour is over. Novice is over. Your charts will look like this. This is all you're going to have on your chart. Okay? Boom. Now, we're going to go on to the next part of our learning here. Here it comes. How many of you trade on one time frame only? Put me in the chat if you only trade on one time frame. If you have one chart up only and you trade off that one time frame chart, put me in the chat. Thank you, Alfredo. Appreciate you, baby. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We're going to give you a shout out right now. You learn all of that in the VIP, Steph. Okay, here we go. Call me Joe. Yes. HTX, yes, welcome. Welcome, call me Joe and HTX. Good to see you in here. Okay. You are going to learn how to trade correctly. Okay, let me do it with this. The days of trading one chart are over. This is what your screen is going to look like. You are going to have 4 charts going across the board. Sometimes 5, okay? But mainly 4. That is what you're going to look like. You are going to have the 5-minute. Why are we putting the 5-minute on one of your charts? Does anyone know why the 5-minute is one of your charts? Who knows why? Whoops, let me get rid of that one. Why is the 5-minute going to be one? The 5-minute chart is the one. Why is the 5-minute chart the one? Tell me why. Why is the 5-minute chart the one? Put it on the board, everybody. That is where you're going to make your living, on the 5-minute chart. Not the 2-minute, not the 3-minute, not the 1-minute, not the 10-second. Okay? The 5. You are also going to have what chart next to the 5? The big brother. Who knows the big brother of the 5? Put it in the chat. Who knows the big brother of the 5? The 15. You will never take a trade on the 1 without checking with Big Brother first, okay? Big Brother first, no scalping, amateur scalp, and we'll get into that in a second, Sile Man. Then you are going to have the 1 hour, and then you're going to have the daily. The 15, the 1 hour, and the daily will be your roadmap to see if you can take a trade on the 5-minute. Why? Why do we need the 15, the 1 hour, and the daily in order to let us take a trade on the 5? Does anybody know why? How many of you are just trading on one time frame and guessing, praying, please go up today, please, I'm sick of losing, Miss Market, I'm sick of losing. You got to check your MAs and your pivots on the higher time frame to make sure you have room on the 5-minute to take a trade. See, when you become a VIP member with Voss Trading Education, you're not in a trade for 1 minute. You're not in a trade for 30 seconds. You're not in a trade for 2 minutes. Your average trade will be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. you're going to be able to stay in a trade between 5 and 15 minutes, and you're going to make the trade work for you. We are going to hit our 1-to-1s. We're going to hit our 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio, risk to reward. There's no more scalping, getting in and saying, oh, please go up. I'm in a trade. 3 seconds later, I'm out. I'm in a trade. I'm out. No. We are going to train you how to trade the professional way. There's no professional that's in a trade less than 3 minutes. Okay? The reason you're not in a trade this long is because you're afraid to stay in a trade that long. You are afraid to stay in a trade that long because every trade you get into goes against you. So I would be afraid too. And I once was afraid. I did what you did. In, out, in, out, in, out. Why? I'm going to show you why. Because every time I got into a trade for 8 years, we're going to the moon. Whammo! We're going to the moon. Whammo! And I'm saying to myself, this is what I used to do. Are you ready? God is my witness. I would enter a trade. Yep, I'm in the trade. Everybody come against me now. I used to talk to the screen. I used to say that exact line. I'm in a trade. All right, the market knows. Come against me now. They know I'm in the trade. The market didn't even know who I was. My little peon shares, the market didn't even know who the hell I was. How many of you in here during your journey have done this? I'm in a trade, go against me. I'm going to lose it. I know it. Just there it is. There it is. Yep, it's coming against me. Of course it is. How many of you do that? We start to play the victim. But do you know why the market is coming against you every time you get into a trade? We're going to go over that in 1 second. Stay tuned. So this is why you become a scalper. You have now labeled yourself a scalper. And why have you labeled yourself a scalper, traders? Is because you can't stay in a trade longer than 2 minutes. Okay? But we don't want to protect and hurt that precious ego, so we have to give ourselves a name. So when we get in a trade on the wrong part of the market cycle, we're in, we're out. Woo! Got 10 cents per share. And then you go back on your Weeble or Think or Swim and go, I didn't get that 10 cents per share. I lost 3 cents per share. It didn't fill me correctly. How many of you play this vicious game every day in the market with yourself? I did it. 8 years. 8 years. I've traded every platform that was out there. My first platform ever, my first broker was MB Trading. This is the first one I ever used. It was called MB Trading. Why did I pick that? It was the easiest. And let's just say the first trade I took on it, I lost $6,000. That my grandparents gave me. I had my grandparents' money no more than a month. I lost $6,000. And it wasn't for trading either. So, are we ready to learn something here? Are we ready? The market cycle. Yes, it is. Boy, is this going to change your life. You will have an entire training on the market cycle in the VIP. Here we go. This is the whip zone. I know every morning how we mention the whip zone. We are going to give these a number. All right? We are going to give these a number. These numbers are they're not the same all the time. It's just for learning purposes only. Okay? Now, if you wanted to make and be consistent trader in your simulators, okay? If you wanted to be consistent and be like Candy and be green basically every month, remember, there's no reason why anyone's not green every month. You're not going to be green every day. You're not going to be green every week, but you must be green every month as a trader. Does everybody hear that loud and clear? Putting me in the chat. You are not basing your trades off what I did for the day. A lot of you lose, let's say on Monday, And then you get all wrapped up in that one day. You come back and revenge on Tuesday. Now you lost on Tuesday, revenge trading. Then you come back on Wednesday and you revenge even more. Then you lose. See how we get into this vicious cycle of revenge trading? And then the month, forget it. You can't rebound after 1 week. Never mind the month. All right? So in order to be green every month, we must know the market cycle. Now, this, what I'm about to go over, is just for longs to the upside. What numbers on here are you taking a trade to the upside? Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, when are we going long? Put it in the chat. Seven, what else? 6, no. If you try to go long at number 6, you're going to get caught in consolidation. Number 1, yes. Where's the other one? Number 7, yes it is. Number 7, what kind of trade is this on number 7? What kind of trade is number 7 in the market cycle? Does anybody know? Mitchell, what's up, baby? This is your reversal trade, which we're going to go over in a second. This is when you're taking your reversal back to the upside. What is number 1, my beauties? What is number 1 in the markets, in the cycle? Yo! Number 1 is your A plus setup. No, it's not continuation. Number 1 is your A plus setup to the upside. In order to be consistent every single month, you must know where your A plus setup is in a cycle and where your reversal is in a cycle. Look how many numbers you can lose on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 8 of the market cycle, you have 6 chances of entering wrong. Oh, baby! And that's why 92% of traders fail. They have no clue what the market cycle is. So out of 8 chances in the cycle that you can enter, you all are entering on the 6 that don't work. Do you realize that? You're entering on the 6 parts of the cycle that don't work. Okay? Do we got that? So we are entering on 1 and we are entering on number 7 for longs. We're going to build on this now, all right? So let's back this up. If we are going to short, let me back this up. If we are going to short the market, what numbers are we entering on? Whoa! What is number 3 called? If you are entering on market cycle number 3, what is that called? What is that called, everybody? Yes, it is. We got to hammer some more roses as you answer that question. I'm sorry, my beauties. I'm sorry, my beauties. Coming up. Wait a minute. We got the 2 money gun. Don't forget the money gun. Who's got that money guns? Who's got them? We are giving you free education today in the markets. Let's go. Number 3 is your reversal back to the downside. Number 5 is your A plus setup to the downside for a short. All right. So we know 1 and 7 in the market cycle is the longs. We now know number 3 and number 4 in the market cycle is our shorts. Let's get to work. What number is the cycle is that? What number in the market cycle is that? Number one. It's the first candle of the day, for Christ's sake. Number one. What number in the cycle is that? Andrew the Believer, look at all of my VIPers. Number 5. We just talked about. This is your A+ setup for the short. That's your A+ setup, right? What number is this? Going that way. What number in the cycle is that? Let's go, my babies. Let's go. Number 7. Yes, it is. And this is how you trade market cycle. Now, in the VIP, we go much deeper into this, okay? So right now, a lot of you see this big red to the downside. You don't get in when you're supposed to, okay? Because you're like, I'm too scared. Voss, I'm too scared to get in. I need a couple more red candles. Okay. You don't get in here. I'm still scared, Voss. So you decide to get in down here for a short. Right? This is what makes you a scalper now. Because you're entering on the wrong side of the cycle. Whoop! No! I'm too scared, Voss. Going for your long. Going for your long, little beauty. No, I need more green candles first. Okay. All right, when are you going to go in for a long? Right here. Okay. Whammo! Now you became a scalper. All right? Now you became a scalper. The problem with scalping is that you're still entering on the wrong part of the market cycle. The only difference is you're getting out really quick, making yourself think you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing still. You're still entering wrong. By reclassifying who you are as a trader is not going to make you a better trader. You're still going to lose. All right? Hold on. Lino Rocha! Thank you, Lino. You guys didn't think you'd be doing this Thanksgiving, huh? You're learning more right now in the 47 minutes we have been on than you have learned from those $1,000 courses that you paid for and got ripped off. Go get your money back. Uh-oh, we got one. We got another one. Are we ready? Are we ready, everybody? Here we go. Yeah, we don't refund either. That was a joke. All right, Babadoo. Babadoo is the name. I love you, Babadoo. This is for you. He says it's called the rug pull. It's called the rug pull. Lino Rocha. We love you, Babadoo. I see you in here all the time. Yes. All right. Now, so you become a scalper. And here's what's wrong with becoming a scalper. You're still entering wrong on the market cycle. That much we know. Okay? So what happens is, are we ready? These become your winners, and these become your losers. Your winners are always a lot less than your losers. Your losers are too damn big as a scalper, and you're trying to make up with all these little green. Look at this. All of this green still doesn't make up for all those red losses you had. So you're always playing catch up. Look at your green winners and look at your red losers. Does everybody see that? If that's you right now as a trader, put me in the chat, okay? Because I'm going to show you something. Put me in the chat if that is you as a trader right now. There's no such thing as rug pull, Steph. That was a joke. Lino Rocha! Yes, it is. Okay. So we got to clean this up, right? Because right now, your equity curve is looking like this, beautiful traders. If you journal correctly, your equity curve looks like this. It looks like a heart rate monitor. But this is the only time I want you to use a trend line. You are trending down. You know what happens when we get down here? You got no more money left. When you hit that X, you got no more money left. All right? But these are your little itty bitty winners right here. And these are your big losses. See them? Whoa, baby. Little itty bitty winners and losses. You are trending down towards that X. When you get to that X, you're going to get in a margin call. When you hit that X, if you're trading with margin, you're going to not have the account anymore, and then you're going to become a depositor. You want to be a withdrawer in the market. You don't want to be a depositor, but to get to withdrawing, it's going to take time for us to train you on how to trade. If you love to trade and you love this thing we call trading, get in that VIP and let's teach you how to trade right. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. You have a whole family in there. Now, if you do become a VIPer, and you don't have to, you could join anybody, okay? Let's say you join the VIP right here, where that green line is. You're still going to lose. Why are you still going to lose in the beginning? Because I got to train you how to plug that hole. Right now you have a bucket. It's a leaky bucket of water. We want to keep the water in your bucket. So we got to teach you how to plug that hole. All right? And then what's going to happen, we are going to start heading this way very slowly. And then we're going to start trending you up if you work hard. Just because you join the VIP doesn't mean you're going to win. You are probably still going to quit. 80% still going to quit. Because you have to have what it takes to succeed and learn and get knocked down and back up and knocked down again over and over. Okay? This is one of our VIP members who sent this to me last week. He's been with me a year now. That is his equity curve. Okay? His equity curve is what you see here. And now he's trending up with his equity curves. He still has a little bumps in the road, but we plugged his hole. His bucket doesn't leak anymore. His bucket does not leak anymore. You see the difference? And this used to be all red over here. Then we plugged it, and now we're heading in this direction. That's what we need to do. How do we plug your hole? How do we plug your losing? Does anybody know? Risk management. We got to teach you how to lose properly in the market. Now, traders, this may scare some of you, but don't get scared. You will never be a great winner in the market. You will never be great at winning. I need you all to plug it correct. I need you all to understand this. I want you to repeat this and put it in the chat. I will never be great at winning in the market. I will never be great at winning in the market. I will never be great at winning in the market. Okay? Yeah, we love the trolls. They keep the algo going. So let them troll. Okay? They're waking up in mommy's basement with one sock on, one sock off, and they're looking and asking mommy where the sock is. You will only be a good trader in the market at winning. You will only be good at winning. You must be great at losing. If you are great at losing, you will be good at winning in the market. That means you will have green months. Green month, green month, green month, green month, green month. You must be great at losing, and then you'll be good at winning. If you are good at losing, you will be terrible at winning. Think about that for a second. If you are not a good loser in the market, you will never, never, never win. You must be great at losing. Listen to me. You will never be a great winner, okay? How do you become great at losing? You must know your risk to reward. We are going to train you Before you hit that enter button to make a trade, you're going to know where your risk to reward is. You're going to know exactly where you're getting out if you lose the trade, and you're going to know exactly where you're getting out if it's a winner. Now, listen to me. Before you hit the enter button, you're going to know where you're getting out if it loses and where you're getting out if it's a winner. You will have those in place already. It's no more guessing. Guessing traders don't know what they're doing. They're not educated in the market. How do we get our break even in on our trades? What do I mean by that? I'm going to show you. So if you take a trade to the upside and you earn the right to put your break even in, that's where you entered. That is where your break even goes. And you let the trade work. Now, we're going to show you how to put the break even in. So you are going to sit back like this and let the trade work. If you earn the right to put your break even in, how do you earn the right to put your break even in? You will be able to do this 70% of the time on your trades once we train you and teach you how to do this. If you're willing to put the work in, we're going to give you the blueprint. You still have to execute. This is not financial investment or tax advice, and we will never be able to guarantee success. It's all on you. When will you be able to put your break even in? When you earn the right. So how can I be able to put my break even in 60, 70% of the time? How come I'm always putting my break even in? How come I'm always earning the right to put my break even in? Because I know where to trade on the market cycle. Because when you trade the market cycle correctly, your stock will always go in the direction that you want to go. You're going to get your pullbacks because it's the cycle. It's cyclical. But my break even is in place. So I won't lose anything. Okay? Are there times I enter a trade and it stops me out and I can't put my break even in? Of course. But my loss is mini. Today's what? Thursday? On Tuesday, I took 4 trades. 3 of them were break even. 1 of them was a beautiful winner. 3 and posted in the VIP. 3 were break even. 1 was a winner. 4 trades. Who could do it? Who could do it? And in order to get your break even in, you're going to have to know market cycle. Okay, traders? Do we got this? How many VIPers currently can get their break evens in now on half of their trades? We'll give you half. How many VIPers can put their break even now on half of their trades? Here they come. Could they do that in the beginning? Nope. Because they were trading on the wrong end of the market cycle. See, traders, your job is to keep money. Your job is not to make money. Let me tell you something. All you are is a setup trader. That's it. You are nothing more and you are nothing less. You trade setups. We are going to teach you the high probability setups on the market cycle. Your job is to go and execute it. I can't guarantee that. Okay? You got to figure that part out. But when you're having bad days, what does our VIP do? We bring you up. We say, come on, if I can do it, you can do it. I've been there. And we talk you through it and help you with your psychology as well. All right? Only if you are determined to trade, we want you in our VIP. You are a setup trader. You only trade setups. You don't trade news. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. We don't go and find IPOs and try to catch them and gamble to the upside. No. To be consistent, you are a setup trader. Nothing less and nothing more. Okay? And we're going to teach you all of that. You are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. The choice obviously is yours. Make a Thanksgiving decision and get in there so you have all weekend to learn how to trade. You won't regret it. That much I will promise you. Any questions? Put them in the chat. What do you struggle with in the market? Let me help you here. What is the one thing you struggle with in the market? Jessica P. Oh, we got to hammer these roses. We're almost there. Let's finish off these last roses, my beauties. Let's go. We are at 91,000. Cheers. Yes, it is. Marking out your levels. Yeah, we'll teach you that in the VIP, my brother. It's very simple. When we train you on how to trade on multiple time frames, you won't have to mark levels out anymore. Getting out too soon, MGM, that is because you don't know your risk to reward. Once you are in the VIP and you learn and we train you on risk to reward, you will now know exactly where you're getting out every trade and where you're getting out if you lose that trade. There will be no more guessing for you. Black Friday, we have no Black Friday specials, guys. All we charge you is $49.99 a month, $50 a month, and we are going to give you the best trading training of your life. Ask the VIP members. Could I charge $200 a month and $3,000? Of course, but I don't. I keep it real. The reason they're having Black Friday specials is because they know that their fake education platform isn't really worth that much. So don't get fooled. What else are you struggling with? Christy, you're in the VIP. We'll go over that Tuesday night in live training, okay? Remind me. You're welcome, dear. What else are you struggling with in the markets? If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button, my beauties. Zen Method and Candy Gilbert. Yes, it is. Let me shout out all our beautiful donators here in the markets. And then I have an important message for you all. Andrew, Mooney, Candy, Hadrian, Mr. Dave, Marcus, Shelly Stringer, Candy, Mr. Dave, JL Haba, Zen Method, Elio, Bill Boyle, The Reason, The Real Don, 11, Official KK, Vega Vague, Jay Gilbert. Thank you so much. Andrew the Believer, Lino Rocha. Yes, beautiful. Thank you all so much for all those donations. I love you all. Now, with that said, I have a very important message for all of you, okay? Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I love you guys. I'm here to help you learn. I'm going to show up every day for you and hammer you and help you learn. That's why we're doing this. I want you to win. For 10 years in a row, I sucked at this, and I know the feeling. I get it, okay? But I couldn't get any worse, so I kept going. So today, I want you to be thankful for being a trader. You have taken that first step. This isn't easy, but it's better than the alternative out there. $1.99. Build your own empire. I love it. Thank you so much over there. It's better than the alternative. Learn how to do this if you truly love trading. Don't quit on yourself. Be thankful you're here. Be thankful you're able to trade. Don't give up on yourself, okay? I love you guys. We will not be on tomorrow, all right? We will be back Saturday morning. Saturday morning, we will be back on live. I do not trade the day after Thanksgiving. I suggest you don't either. And I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, friends, whoever you celebrate with today. Have a great one. And take the day off today. Tomorrow, you get back to work studying. Have a great one, everybody. Be safe out there and make the world a better place.